The businesses that are successful do three things. They are really clear about their why. They're clear about the purpose. What's the point? Why does this business exist? What is it seeking to do? And everybody in that business understands that purpose. There are lots of businesses that put a nice fancy set of values up on the wall. This is our mission statement. These are our values and so on. And I've stood in front of teams. I've said, okay, tell me what your values are. And they're all like, do you know? Look it up and so on, because they don't know. The second element is everybody understands why their role exists. So if you take a sales director, for example, if the sales director is operating like a field sales manager, because that's why they think the role exists, to just improve sales in a slightly bigger area than they were before, then there's a limit to how successful they're going to be. Whereas actually as a director, you should be thinking strategically, thinking about the political environment, technology, the external world. How are the things changing in the areas of the environment? How are they going to affect our business in the future? And then the same with the regional manager and the same with the front of line person. If they understand why their role exists and what the purpose of the role is and how it connects to the purpose of the business, then you've got a good chance of being successful. And then the third element is people know what's expected of them. So many organizations I have seen and some I've worked in the past, they assume that people know what's expected and they don't sit down and say, let's say you're doing a sales call with a client. What are the key things that need to happen in that call? And when people are successful and the results are coming in, they just think, well, they know what they're doing, so I'll let them get on with it. But of course, when times are hard, when things aren't doing so well, instead of being able to look at how are we doing with the ingredients that we know that make a successful call, what they do is they look at the output, they look at the result, and they say, well, that result is poor, you need to get a better result. I'll set you a target, and your target is to get 5% increase in sales. But they don't know what good looks like because they've never had a conversation about what are the actions, what I call the input behaviors that deliver that output result.